Okay, I want to talk about something real quick, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. I waste a lot of time talking, so I'll try to hurry up. Um, I want to talk about the dark night of the soul, Moldavite flush, insanity, and dealing with your shadow work. Um, I have experienced all these things. I've teeter-tottered into insanity a few times out in my life. I've had, extremely abusive childhood, all the abuses you can imagine, violent, bloody violent. My house was a revolving crime scene. I knew what blood puddles and pools were. I swam in pools of blood of my mother's. Um, I know fucking pain, man. I know insanity. I know I've tasted it in a dungeon in 1990 in this Indiana State Penitentiary, man. They put me in a dungeon after my house had burnt. They thought I was going to commit suicide. So they decided to lock me. Anybody who's been to Indiana State Penitentiary will tell you it's a real dungeon. It was built in the 1800s, and everything, the worst thing you can imagine about a prison cell is exactly what it is, man. It's like 8 by 8 with a steel door and a slot in it. And I almost went mad in that motherfucker, man. It was almost Christmas. And to top it off, when they put me in, they shook down my cell like a day or two later and found a shank, which I didn't make the damn thing, but somebody had a shank stashed in my bunk. They found it, sent me to CDB board or whatever it's called, COB, CB, I don't know what the hell it's called, but it's like court, which they knew. The dudes knew. There's no way I could have made that. How could I have gotten it and made it in 2 days? You know what I mean? So they threw that shit out. But anyway, about went nuts. So I know what fucking insanity tastes like and feels like. It's different. It's different than an awakening. It's different than a dark night of the soul. It's different than a Moldavite flush. A Moldavite flush, I think a lot of people talk about that, and they talk about the, like this feeling, like you get flushed, like your body, you kind of feel this heat, you feel this whatever. With me, it's a different experience. With me, it had to do with some of the family issues. I mean, and the reason I think that the Moldavite is what created the, like it was time to deal with it. Like, since I put that shit on, the shit went down, and we had to deal with it and get through it. And it was almost, for me, as if it was a purification thing. You know what I mean? It set some shit into motion. A lot of it I did not want to deal with, man. And I'm past it now, and I'm glad it happened. But at the time, and the reason I think it was the Moldavite is because after about a year or two of having it, year and a half, I took it off, got out of the shower one time, and when I went in the shower, cause, I got a hemp rope on it, so I'd always take it off, get in the shower, whatever. And just that time, I forgot to put it back on. About a month or two went by. Seen it, and I was like, oh man, I forgot I was, so I put it back on. I'm not shitting you, man. Within an hour or two, another situation with a sibling that had been festering like a pimple, it was like ready to pop. Boom, the shit got set off, man. I mean, it got set off. And I was like, it was the same thing. It was the same thing as soon as, because that made the third time. Because when I got this little one, I bought this little one. I think it's real. Can you see this little thing? I think this little dude's real, man. I got this. And what's weird is, right after my awakening, I was searching up shit about the Mandela effect, and I ran across this cat named Case Parks. He's the Everyday Masters guy. His channel's Everyday Masters, and I ended up going and getting the reconnection. Well, I'm also watching these Dr. Eric Pearl videos, and he talks about having Moldavite in his pocket. So I'm like, what the hell's Moldavite? I look it up. So I bought that off Amazon. It's just a cheap little chip. I think I paid $15 for it, maybe not even that. And when I held it in my hand, I'm not sensitive to that energy anymore, man. I can't feel it like I did. When I held it in my hand then, and I don't know if it was, my belief system, I don't know what it was, but the further I allowed myself to say things are possible, you wouldn't believe the things that happened to me. And when I let these walls down of possibilities of, where I took logic and chucked it out the window and common sense and threw it out the window, and I just lived in this magical place where anything is possible. You would not believe the shit that happened to me, man. Crazy. But anyway, I could feel that energy. I could feel like it was like a little setting just something warm, in the palm of your hand. And it had this like little warm feeling, right? And I had gotten a text from my sister, like, I don't even think I had this thing in my pocket a day, telling me she wants to put mom in the nursing home. And this set off a whole other set of events. This is a long time way back. My mom ended up dying in 2019. But anyway, so, and I quit carrying it. After a while, I just quit carrying it because I kept forgetting to put it in my pocket. Well, as time went on, a friend of mine from the channel, a sub on my channel, Jenny, who is, like I say, like a sister to me, sent me 2 pieces that she got from Intervision, Crystal Intervision. Anyways, something. Anyway, she said she wasn't feeling the energy from them. And, she wasn't sure that it was doing anything for her. And she just wanted to send us a gift. And she's really taken a liking to me and Kim. And for some reason, me and her are like really like synced up. I mean, it's just like there's just things that she and I, we're connected, man. We're connected. So anyway, I was like, cool, thank you. So I got it. And the second piece, this one here, the only thing I've ever done with it, can you see that one? The only thing I've ever done with this one and that one and all 3 of them together, I had this little pyramid thing, an Oregon deal, set next to my bed because I wanted to increase my dreams. And I was trying to astral project at the time. I've sort of given up on that. I guess that ain't my thing right now. But anyway, so remember what I told you in the beginning? I talk a lot about that. I was trying to make it quick. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, anywho, so yeah, so, and it did increase my dreams, and I did like have these real crazy vivid type dreams and shit, but none of it ever made any sense, and I can never, since I've gotten a journal, and I'm trying to, I guess you would call it shadow work. I've kind of moved into this other area of my life where I know now that this is what I need to do. I've got a lot of shadow work to do. Like I say, I was just abused, and then, after I got out of that, me and Kim got married at 17. We was kids, and I still had alcohol problems and drug problems, and by then, I was a good-looking little young guy, and, I wasn't faithful, and so I got a lot of demons, got a lot of dark shadow shit that I got to work out. So anyway, I'll probably leave that part about Kim out, but anyway, so anyways, I've got a lot of things that I have to work on, and that's where I'm at with this. But let me get back to the Moldavite flush. That I feel like will set you on course. You can't fly. You're not going to fly. You're not going to be light enough to fly when you're carrying baggage. Moldavite will. You're going to get rid of your baggage, dude, so you can fly. That's what I think about it. Now let's get to the dark night of the soul. Dark night of the soul, that's when everything you've known, everything you thought of who you are, you start realizing that all of the things you are, or a lot of them, are because it's something that somebody else wanted, or you're trying to do the opposite of what somebody else wanted. But whatever the case is, you're not really living your authentic self. You're not true to yourself. You're in this paradigm. You're in this game, and you're playing this character. And while you're playing this character, you're making all these moves that are pleasing or displeasing, but you're being manipulated by the fact that you're either wanting to please people or displease people, and you're playing the game. You know, you're in the game, right? Well, you yank the fuck out of the game. That's what happens with the dark night of the soul, and then you realize you've been in the game, and now you see yourself for who you are, and you don't even know what to do now. You don't know, you know, do I really like peas and carrots? You know what I mean? Do I really like this music? Do I really like those shows? Do I really like that color? I mean, you really get flipped upside down, and you begin to rebuild yourself. This is my experience. And with me, some of the things that I thought I was good at, I kind of went by the wayside, and some other things surfaced that I never thought I was good at. So as far as talent goes, for me, that's kind of a big deal, because I'm a photographer, videographer, painter, poet, musician. You know, I've got some talents, and I don't know why I'm saying any of this. These are my experiences. This, you know, yours might be totally different. After hearing what I've said, you may not even want Moldavite. You know what I mean? You may have some problems with your family that you're not wanting to deal with. You know what I mean? That's why I'm getting rid of. No, I'm just kidding. But I still do got some shit going on with my family. So, you know what I mean? And I don't know why I always get itchy. I got this tag thing going back here, and it seems like every time I do a video, I start itching like a mug. But anyway, I'm glad that you guys are on here. Like, share, and subscribe, please. And just spread love, man. Just, you know, right now, the world needs you to forgive somebody. I can't go into this right now. So anyway, I'm out of here. I've said too much. I got to cut most of this out. Deuces. Love you guys. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm doing the Moldavite giveaway. Deuces.